If you are a worker seeking PR options, moving to Toronto could be one of the worst decisions you could ever make. As per our experience at Quest Jobs, with the pathway called the in-demand skill stream, which is a tier 4 to 5 eligibility job offer, the majority of the jobs that we have there at Quest Jobs are really located in smaller communities. The smaller communities that we have noticed are the Hagersville, Pickering, Bancroft, Keswick, Midland, Collingwood, and Owen Sound. Now guys, when I say all this name, absolutely you will say, what? Where are those communities? But the thing is, this is for a fact, and this is as per the experience and the information that we have at Quest Jobs right now. And this is the main reason that going outside, living outside of Toronto, if you are planning to study in Canada or in Ontario specifically, then you definitely have to study outside of the GTA. I actually published a video last week wherein I tackled the 3 main PR pathways that received majority of invitation for the first half of the year in Ontario. And these 3 main PR pathways were the ISS, the Skills in Demand stream, and the Foreign Worker stream. The common theme amongst these PR pathways is that majority of invitations were given to healthcare professionals, tech services, and skilled trades workers. Another common theme amongst these 3 PR pathways is the majority of applicants who received ITAs were actually located in Northern Ontario, Eastern Ontario, and communities that are designated under READY or the Rural Economic Development through Immigration. If you want to know more details, you are free to watch this video, and you will find that it will be worth searching for jobs in Ottawa, in Peterborough, and in Kingston. Ottawa actually has the most number of healthcare facilities in Eastern Ontario, and under the international student stream, Eastern Ontario received the most numbers of ITAs or invitations. So if you put 1 and 1 together and look at the bigger picture, it will make a definite sense for you to have a look at Ottawa, and have a look at Peterborough, and have a look at Kingston. Now, when it comes to Northern Ontario, majority of the jobs issued were in healthcare and PSW, of course, and these were in Thunder Bay and Sudbury. On top of priority locations when it comes to ITAs given out by the province of Ontario, another reason why you should stay out of the GTA is really competition on everything. Competition on housing, competition on the roads because of traffic, competition on jobs, and of course competition on PR pathways. When it comes to rent, if you live in the GTA, and when I say GTA, these are mostly Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, the cost of rent is just over the top. It's overwhelming. A 1-bedroom apartment can cost between $2,000 and $2,500 per month. And that is a lot. That is a lot, especially if you are an international student, or even if you are a family. If you are a family, just came in, trying to find your footing, trying to find your community, trying to find a job. If someone is studying, it's only 1 person working in the family, it's a lot to pay just for rent. Now, if you will live outside of the GTA and in the more rural communities, the cost for rent could be half or even 30% less than what you would pay if you live in the GTA. Another thing we experience at Quest Jobs is that employers who are in the rural areas are actually more eager to hire, and they are more communicative and active when it comes to responding to applicants. If a company is in the GTA and they have got 1 job listing, there will be thousands upon thousands of applicants, and as an effect, the hiring company does not have the time to really respond and have a look at the various and different applicants. And I'll get to this. This is the reason why customizing your CV will also make sense, and I will get to that fact in a while here. But going back to the idea that the companies in smaller towns and communities are more responsive, they are more engaged into really hiring people. There is less competition because less people live in the rural communities. When it comes to different communities, what we've noticed is that companies in Midland and Keswick And these are small towns. They are more communicative and active when it comes to responding to applicants as compared to companies that are located in the GTA. Now, going back to customizing your CV, 70% of the time you are able to increase your chances of landing an interview if you customize your CV as per the job listing. There are various key target words or keywords in a job listing that you have to include in your CV in order for the applicant tracking system or the ATS of a company not to kick your application out of the pool. If your application and your CV is not kicked out of the pool, there's higher chances that the hiring manager will have a look at your CV. And this is the reason why we included this feature at Quest Jobs, so that you really increase your chances of landing a job, landing an interview, and landing a peer pathway through this portal. When it comes to really looking and targeting a peer pathway, you have to be very strategic from the very beginning. You cannot just search for a job on Indeed or on LinkedIn and apply to every single job that you will see, because not all the companies are created equal. Not all companies are eligible to sponsor, that's one, and not all jobs are eligible to be sponsored, even if the company is able to sponsor. If you have a finite amount of time in Canada, your work permit has got an expiration date, you are a student, you are cramped for looking to land a PR pathway, you have to be strategic with every single move that you do. Make sure that the company that you apply to has got the eligibility to sponsor. Make sure that the job that you will apply to is eligible under any PR pathway, and make sure that your CV is truly customized for every single job that you apply to.